Welcome to this audiobook narration playlist in Audacity. I'll show you how to narrate audiobook, how to produce audiobook using Audacity. So I'm going to show you the audiobook production workflow in Audacity. I'm not going to show every steps or every process you need to do in the Audacity, but it is more like a general workflow, like how you actually can record and how you can produce final audio in Audacity for audiobook narration. So this will be a playlist based tutorial because this tutorial is going to be a bit long, so I am going to do this part by part through this YouTube playlist or video playlist. A starting point is this ACX audio submission requirements. If you want to produce audiobook or if you want top quality audio, then you have to actually follow these requirements. Now this guideline has many steps. These requirements specify how to record your audio and how to what quality audio you should have, what should be the file names, what should be at the start of the files, and the technical aspects of the audio. You must have enough idea about these audio submission requirements. And not all these requirements are technical requirements. Some of those are kind of guidelines, like what should be the name of the files. And some of them are technical guidelines. So I strongly suggest you go through this tutorial, go through this link, these requirements, and try to understand actually what each point of this requirement means. Because if you don't understand the points in these requirements, then you are not going to produce audiobook. Your audiobook is not going to be accepted if you can't follow these guidelines. At a first glance, it may feel like there are tons of requirements. If you understand the thing, then it is not going to be that difficult. The first requirement is to get these 3 points right. The volume between -23 and -18 dB RMS. The peak levels are less than -3 and the noise floor less than -60 dB RMS. So if you should first start with that, and then eventually you will understand actually what you need to do. In this playlist series, I will actually discuss everything, and I will start with from creating the folder to saving the Audacity project and then exporting the audio file. So you will have a clear idea of the process, overall process. So before I do something in Audacity, let's show you the folder creation process. Follow your own process. I'm just showing you actually how it will look, how it will feel from the start to produce audiobooks. So first I'll go to a place where I want to keep all my audiobook files. So let's say in the desktop and the sample recording folder, I want to produce my audiobook. And I will create a folder here. Let's say the audiobook name is my audiobook. So this is a empty folder now, and whatever I do for the audiobook will be in this folder. And you will see actually how you can organize your files or folders or different Audacity projects so that it can be accessible easily. But you don't have to strictly follow the folder structure I'm going to show. You can use your own folder structure. I'm just showing you the process, so you can actually have an idea how it looks like. So that folder is ready, and you go to Audacity, and if you check the ACX audiobook requirements, then each chapter have to be separate file. You can see the requirement for chapter include one section or chapter per file. Each file must contain only one chapter or section. So let's say you are recording your chapter 1 of the audiobook. Now, let's say I am going to record the chapter 1 of the audiobook. You have to follow the recording basics. You have to follow the proper recording techniques to get a good quality recording. And let's say you already have set up your Audacity for proper recording. If you don't know about the proper recording techniques, then you can see my details Audacity tutorial on this channel, or you can take the Audacity courses I offer. I offer Audacity courses through the Audacity bundle. So either you can purchase this on-time purchase. If you purchase this thing, then you will get lifetime access to the courses, or you can become a member of the master editor community for a monthly subscription fee. So you can actually keep your subscription as long as you need and then cancel when you do not need it. And if you opt in for monthly subscription, then I'll give you access to all the courses if you become a monthly member. So let's go and try to record our chapter 1. For chapter 1, do not start talking immediately after you press the record button. First record some silence, because it is important to have a silence or room tone in the audiobook narration. So if you keep some room tone at the beginning, that will help. So I have started with a 4 seconds of room tone, and then you will start talking. You will start recording your audiobook, like chapter 1. This is my fictional chapter 1, narrated by me, your name. And this way you will start talking and you will start recording. And when you have recorded a portion, you will click on the stop. And now what you can do, that audiobook narration, a chapter will actually take long time to record, and you can record in one session or you can record in multiple sessions. So if I now press on the record button, you can see that recording has been started with a clip. So this way a clip has been created. You can actually join this clip by selecting this black line and right click, and then you can join clips. So it will feel like you are recording actually one audio file. So this is a good technique if you record on multiple sessions. So after recording, what you have to do, after recording, you have to save the Audacity project. Go to file and go to save project and save project. Obviously I am going to save on the computer, and then you find the folder where you want to save the Audacity project and give it a name. So it will be chapter 1. This naming, there is a details guideline on how you should name the files. It is not like that you have to name the proper titles or proper names from the beginning, but you need some kind of identification. And chapter 1 is when you are recording chapter by chapter, just give the name or number of the chapter. So I'll be saving this as chapter 1. So the chapter 1 is now saved, the audio file, and if I go to the folder, we can see that this is the chapter 1 op3 file, and there are also other 2 files. These 2 files, you do not need to worry about these 2 files, because if I close Audacity, those 2 files will be gone. You can see those files have been gone, and if I now click on op3 file, then the audio has been opened, and you can see those files are back. So it's like when Audacity is open, you will see these supporting files, but you do not need to worry about this. Your main file is this op3 file, and you will record or process this op3 file. And before you start processing, before you start editing, I would suggest to keep a backup of this file. So let's say I want to create a folder name raw, and I will copy this and I'll paste this in the raw folder. So every time I record a chapter, that chapter will be saved in this my audiobook, that will be here, and I'll keep a backup copy on the raw, just if I need, sometimes if I need the raw recording of the file, because I am going to edit the chapter on this op3 file. I am going to process, and it has to be saved, because we will be working on multiple sessions, and when we will be working on multiple sessions, you have to save your work after this time. So that will be our workflow. And other files, I'll also create other files or folders here, but that will be done when the time comes. So let's say you have recorded your file, and when you have recorded your file, what will be your first task. The first task can be either editing, cleaning up the audio, or it can be processing. It can be either editing or either processing. It depends on actually how you recorded your audio. At the beginning, you should check the ACX values from the analyze and go to ACX check. You should install this ACX check plugin if you have not installed it. Then it will give you an idea of your readings, the 3 readings I was talking about, RMS, peak, and the noise floor. It will give you the idea of the raw recording. But how your audio actually stands in terms of the ACX requirements can be understood better when you normalize it to -3 dB. So you can go to Effect, Volume and Compression, and go to the Normalize and click -3. And if I now go to ACX check, then I have a better understanding of how are the things, like the peak level is okay, RMS level looks okay, but it can be increased a bit. Like if it goes around -20, then it would be overall louder, and the noise is actually quite high for my recording because I am not recording in an ideal environment. For your recording, the environment has to be better than this, better than I am doing now, but I am showing the demo, so I am not actually producing an audiobook, and at the moment I'm not too much worried about the noise floor, but I will show you the process. But when you are actually recording your audiobook, you have to make sure your recording environment is perfect, and that recording environment guideline can be understood from this. So in this playlist I will actually cover all those things when the times comes, like there are no extra sounds, audio sound must be consistent, this kind of thing, but we'll go to step by step. So this is the audio looks like when I normalize to -3, but this reading will change if I delete something from my audio, when I delete the longer gaps, longer pauses, then this recording will change, the ACX values will change a bit. So it actually depends how much you are editing, how much processing you are doing, and what it actually matters. This matrix matters after once the processing is finished, once the final audio. So we'll go there one by one. So for now, what I have done, I have recorded an audio, I have saved as an op3 file. I'll go to the folder. So I have op3 file, and then I have also saved a copy in the raw. The raw is actually just a precaution, a caution, like if some mistake happens during editing, so I can get back the original file or original recording if I need it. But main work will be done on this chapter on op3 file. It is already opened. So let's say I actually know which part to delete. I'm deleting at will, but you actually know which part to delete. So let's say you have started deleting all these things, and then I also normalize it to -3. -3 normalization is okay, and you can actually normalize to -3 as many times as you want, because normalize is a harmless effect. It has no side effect, and if you normalize multiple times, there is no harm or no changes. So let's say I am okay with the cleanup I did, so I'll just go to file, and then if I save project, then this project will be saved. And if I now close and open this, then it will be open from my last saved state. So this is the first thing. This way I recorded chapter 1. If I want to record chapter 2, I'll close Audacity, I'll open Audacity again, I'll start recording something, and then what I'll do, let's say this is finished, I'll go to there, and then I'll save project again, and this is chapter 2, so I'll go here and I'll name this chapter 2. Now if I go to the folder, I'll see chapter 1 and chapter 2 and some of the assisting files of the chapter 2. If I close this, then those existing files will be gone. Only I see chapter 1 of 3 file, chapter 2 of 3 file. Then there will be chapter 3, chapter 4. All the chapters name will be filled in this folder. So that is your first starting point. That is how you start and organize your audio files in the. So that was for today's video. And in the next video, I'll discuss about the processing. You can see that after I normalize to -3, for me the peak and RMS to the quite close to the value it should be. But for you, the RMS can be quite less. It can be -23, -25, -27, even after you normalize to -3. So in the next video, we'll actually see how to process that, so that you can actually pass the peak and RMS level. The first step would be you record your audio, you clean up your audio a bit, you normalize it to -3, then you check where it stands for the ACX check for peak and RMS. Don't worry about the noise floor now. Check about the peak and RMS, and then you have to do some processing. So in the next video, we'll be learning about the processing. And if you want to learn Audacity in details, I will highly recommend you to get the. And if you want to learn details about audio editing in Audacity, I'll highly recommend you to get this Audacity bundle, or you join the school group for a monthly membership, and I'll give you access to the courses. So see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.